Of work in on special teams today, kind of earlier in camp than last year. What were some tips on the ice and just the overall good feeling and training you guys got today?
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great day. Obviously we need to work on our special teams, and to have a full practice dedicated to that this early in camp is definitely, it gets us feeling confident going into preseason and into the year. So that was good work today. Obviously, still have some work to do to get out the kinks and stuff like that, but overall it was really good.
The new assistants, Ray Benner and Bob Bogner, what have you learned from Bennett and Bogner today, and just how refreshing are those tips and how new does it feel?
Yeah, no, they're obviously really smart, hockey-minded. Whether it's power play or penalty kill, both of them have been in the game for a long time and know what it takes to be successful in those areas. So we're lucky to have them, and we're just going to take everything that they're saying and try to put it together on the ice.
You've been working with Drouin the past few days. He had high praise for your game. What kind of early chemistry is forming between you guys?
Yeah, Drew, he's so fun to play with. He's he's got so much skill and so much creativity on the ice. So I think him and I are going to get along well out there together. I already know him from in the past a little bit, so we're already familiar with each other. So we just got to bring that chemistry on the ice as well.
You've had that background as childhood friends, playing in World Juniors before. What's your friendship like off the ice?
Yeah, no, he's a super nice guy and easy to talk to. He likes to keep it light and he's just been a joy to be around so far. And obviously we know each other from the past and stuff, just growing up and playing against each other and World Juniors and stuff like that. So it's good to have him around.
Any fun stories?
No, and I mean, obviously just playing in the World Juniors and Malmo and stuff like that was really cool to play with him. And just kind of had similar career paths and been in the league pretty much the exact same amount of time. So just grew up playing against each other has been a lot of fun.
Today was so special teams focused. What was it like on the ice out there and getting some tips from your former coach?
Yeah, pretty good. Obviously we had a big meeting this morning about our special teams from PK to power play, and Ray's a very smart guy, very knowledgeable, and knows. Especially having him in Colorado, he's really good pre-scout. You kind of know what the other team's weaknesses are or where they're going to try to exploit you. It's pretty good for his day for that.
You said before that he's a very detail-oriented coach. Do you kind of recognize similar tips on the ice or anything carry over or different from your time in Colorado?
Not really. It's very similar. Obviously, we had a very good power play in Colorado. It's not only Ray, there's a lot of good players in Ray too, but I think he wants to bring some of that stuff we did over there to the group we have. It's completely different players or do different stuff, but the base of it looks pretty similar.
I wanted to ask you about Bo Horvat. You had high praise for his game, worked with him both in a line combination, first phase of camp, and now to be with him on the same unit on the power play. What about your game and his game is very complementary?
Yeah, he's very smart. I like to think I'm smart too when I play, but just especially in that bumper in the power play, he's one of the top guys in the league. There's many. I can name 5 or 6, and he's part of that group where can I get it to his stick in the slot, he'll probably be going in the net. So, and he's very good at positioning himself or bringing someone when he's not the option to shoot. He'll bring guys towards him and create another lane of passing. And such a very smart player all around.
You've had a long history with Horvat, playing World Juniors together and a long friendship there. What did he tell you about the Islanders before you arrived here, and just how are you adjusting 3 days into camp here with the new team?
Yeah, it's been very easy. Guys are great. Staff is great. The area is great. I've heard a lot of good things, but I think it's even surpassed my expectation of Long Island. The rinks are beautiful. Staff's doing a great job from the chefs to the workout people. Everyone's really good in its first class, and very happy I chose this team, and it's been good so far.
How much of a priority or emphasis do you put on yourself to help turn this power play?
Yeah, for sure. It's one of my strengths in my game. It's one of the stuff I'm good at. Obviously, they had a tough year like that last year, so we're trying to change that up. And it's going to take some time. It's not a it's not a 1 week thing. You're starting to get feel of players. Obviously, they played with each other for a while, but adding some new guys, new coach, it's going to change a couple of things.
And for you, you said it's been easy to get comfortable, but
yep.
how I guess important is it that you have Bennett, where you don't have to learn everything brand new?
No, for that power play, yeah. But even then, a lot of those guys have done what we've done before in Colorado or somewhere where Ray worked. It's just adjusting to it and changing a couple of things. And like I said, Ray's really good, the personnel. He knows what kind of players he has, and he's going to work around that.
With Shabanoff, of course, he's kind of adjusting to hockey in North America. What's it been like building some early chemistry with him, and just what stands out to you about his game?
Yeah, the skill. It's just so raw. barely speaks the language, but he gets on the ice and you feel like he's fluent English the way he plays. And but yeah, I try to talk to him every day, try to have some conversation, help him with his English. But yeah, he's super skilled, and you can see the hands, the movements with his edges. Yeah, he's gonna be a good player.
He's a funny guy too.
Yeah, it's hard to understand everything, but he looks like a funny guy. Sometimes the word barrier is kind of blocked, but we're having fun. We're doing a lot of stuff together.
How excited are you for the new power play coach and just new looks and improving that unit?
Yeah, we get a couple guys. Obviously, we're getting Joe and Barzy. Bo goes to the middle. Obviously, it's early. We'll see what happens as the season goes on. But real good look. Get some skill in their talent. Guys hold on to the puck and just gives it a more of a complete look. Yes, last year, once we had the injury to Barzy, a little scrambled and different guys coming in and out, 2 units. So it was a good start today.
What's Bennett telling you out there in terms of just having a fresh coach, fresh eyes to the unit?
Yeah, I mean it's exactly what it is. Just a fresh perspective on things and giving us a little bit, of a look maybe that they had in Colorado. Kind of had the same type of hands as they would have, and they had a lot of success. So hopefully we could piggyback off of kind of the success they've had under him. And we know we have the talent to do it. Just got to execute. So, like I said, today was a good day of moving it around, just getting used to it. So a lot of work to do.
I want to ask you about Shvanov and just his adjustment. Have you played against him before in the KHL, and just how's he been so far?
No, I watched him. He was. They were on a different time zone. We don't want to not play him when I was there, but I would get to watch him a lot right before I played. Really impressed with him skill-wise and stuff, but I've never got to see him live. He looks good though. I mean, he looks the part. Nothing real surprising. Super skilled, super smooth, and for being a pretty light guy, he's pretty strong on the puck, which a lot of Russians are. It's something they know their lower bodies are strong. So he looks good. I'm looking forward to watching him play.
I know you said you didn't really pick up much Russian from your time there, but has it been, what's it been like communicating with him and kind of helping him get used to it?
Yeah, I mean, we get to talk about the KHL, since I know the league so well now. But no, I didn't really pick up much Russian at all. But he's got Romy and Zippy, so if he needs anything from me, obviously happy to help. But I think the Russian guys will take care of him better than I can.
And I wanted to ask about your experience in the KHL. What was the biggest difference to you? Of course, that the rink size is so different, the style of play, but what was the hardest part in adjusting both to the KHL and then coming back to the NHL?
Yeah, coming back was no big deal because my legs were under me. I felt fine by the time I got back. But it's a different game. It's much more. You're holding on to the puck, but it's actually very defensive. Like, people don't understand how defensive it is. It's pretty defensively. A lot of teams play trap and stuff, but then the teams that are attacking, a lot of them hold on to the puck. So it's almost the complete opposite of how we we play here in a sense. We're more north-south. Chipping pucks in, everybody's on the attack. There, it's you want to hold it, and the other team's going to play a little bit of a trap. So he played for a North American coach last year, Shabby, which is kind of perfect for him, and the guy was French Canadian actually too. So kind of perfect for him to come in. He knows the kind of game that we're going to play under this style, so it's good for him.
One thing that seemed noticeable just with the power play, especially your unit, is the speed on the flanks coming in. I guess how important is it to have just that raw speed, even if you're trying to set up structurally, just whether it's dumping the puck in just to win the battles?
Well, the most important part for me is the patience and the skill. You watch Joe get it, and he comes into the zone, whether he's going 5 miles an hour or 100, he's able to hold a guy, he gets a guy on his hip. Rather than panicking and maybe rimming the puck around the wall, he's going to hold on to it. He's going to wait. Guy might cheat to the wall. He'll come to the middle. He does a good job reading him. Guy may cheat to the middle. He's going to bank it off the back of the wall. And then we're set, right? And then once we get set, I think with the 5 guys we have and the 10 guys we have, even on the other unit, we're going to make plays and we're going to score goals. It's all about, to me, the entry is the most important part. So adding him and Barzy back, and like Barzy's incredible. Like, we're going to be able to get into the zone well.
There was a lot of talk about confidence on the power play units last season. Can you develop confidence during training camp and preseason, or does that come?
Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Which is confidence in itself, I guess. Developing a good chemistry with the group we have is nice. Obviously, it's the kill. Sometimes we're not taking slap shots or certain things we would take at a regular kill. We don't want to hurt our own guys, and they're giving us a little bit more. So sometimes it's a little bit iffy with practice. But as far as the routes, where we want to be, the guys where you want to put it, where guys like to catch passes and stuff. Yeah, you could develop some confidence there and just get an understanding of each other. And a lot of these good PPs in the league have been together for years. As you see with the Tampa Bays and the Colorado. So it's good to get some repetition with guys.
I know Schaefer was on the other side, but what did you notice about him at the point?
Yeah, he's super impressive kid. So not much to pick up on. He's deceptive. He walks the line, his head's up, moving up both sides. He can shoot. I'm just looking forward to watching him play at this point. I don't need to see any more of his practice stuff. He's good.
You talk about deceptiveness, the head fake. Is that something that you practice, or is that just read and react?
Yeah, I mean, it's the eyes more so than the head. Like, you could bob your head. I don't think it does much. I feel like it's just the eyes and the hands. I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure you do. Sergei Zubov used to do this thing with his hands. He'd push his hands up. He never wasn't really doing anything. Like he really wasn't doing anything at all besides pushing his hands. But then somebody has to move, right? If you're in front of me, you might move right, you might move left, and then you put it both sides. So this kid, you just watch him come across. Hands are in front of him. It's very easy for him, or it's not easy. Some guys got to practice that. He's just coming across. It's smooth, so it's fun to watch.
Spoke about just the chemistry and getting the special teams working early on. What did you see from your group today?
I was very impressed. I mean, I obviously, we have new coaches. Bob Bugner and Ray Bennett been doing a really nice job today with them. So it's nice to see how receptive the guys were and how excited the guys were as well. And we are all. I mean, it's nice to go through it early on and make sure that if there's adjustment along the way to be made before the season starts, we'll do it.
It seems like your team's much deeper, and that obviously helps the special teams. I know it's really early, but is it for a focal point for you to have two equal minutes for your special teams, or do you want one power play group to be the number one?
Right now, it's not what I'm focusing on. Is to get those habits, to make sure that the guys understand what's the message sent by Bob and Ray, and that's what I care about. The game is it's gonna dictate how long they're gonna be on the ice, and sometimes you're there for a minute and a half, sometimes you're there 30 seconds. So I can't predict right now today who's going to be longer or shorter.
And how much does just Drouin bring for this power play, especially the talent that he has?
How much what?
Drouin, just what does he bring to your power play?
Are you kidding me? Did you see him today? It was impressive. I mean, you put him in a bumper, you put him on the wall. He's got such a great IQ. Even Shabanov on the other side with Schaefer. Because I'm talking about these guys because I know what the other ones been, what I expect from the other ones. But I mean, seeing these three coming in, new guys, and adapting and adjusting so fast, it's impressive. I mean, especially maybe more for Schaefer and Shabanov. Drouin has been doing it, he played against us in junior, and then he's doing it in Tampa, Montreal, Colorado. So, I mean, we know how good, but having him wearing your jersey, you're like, okay, I get it.
When we talk about a power play quarterback, usually it's the point guy. But do you see Drouin as a guy that could be that quarterback for the power play in the way he carries the puck in, sets it up?
I think he will do whatever you want, and I think he will do it well. So right now, I mean, the plan is to have him on the flank. But, I mean, you saw the minute he was in the bumper, he was doing really good things. He's a very smart player. So that's the reason we got him, and I do believe that Metzer did a really nice job. I mean, bringing those skills guys, Shabanov and him, and even Schaefer. So I mean, it's nice to see that. I think there'd be a good fit for our team.
Speaking of newer guys, what's your early assessment of Emil Heineman so far through the first 3 days of camp?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, like I said a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday, but he shoots the puck like wow. I understand how he scored goals in Montreal, and then he had some success. So I look forward to seeing him. I mean, where is he going to be in our lineup? That'll be interesting to watch. But again, it's up to them to force us to make decisions.
With the guys that you brought in over the summer, can you, both on the power play and on the PK, defend with maybe more pace than previous years? Can you be more aggressive?
That's the plan, especially on the triggers. On entries, that was pretty clear. We're having a plan. When the puck gets inside of the zone, we want to be very aggressive on our triggers. If a shot is taken, we want to be aggressive. So we had a good video session this morning about how we want to play the PK, but also how aggressive we want to be in those moments. Absolutely.